Hi, I'm Dr. Maria Darcy. I'm a licensed psychologist and a certified sex therapist with a practice here in Newport Beach and Irvine. I very much appreciate you taking the time today to visit my website and to listen to this presentation, which I hope is helpful to you as you decide whether to pursue therapy and certainly as you decide whether or not I'm a good fit for you. Here, I would like to talk about some of the work that I do with couples. I've worked with couples over many, many years. I have received advanced training working with couples, and I'm certified in the area of sex therapy, which also has a couples component to it. Um, what I'd like to do is tell you, as I mentioned, the concerns I work with couples, and also maybe a little bit about the feedback I've gotten from couples over the years. So, in terms of couples' concerns, I work with couples who range in age from couples in their early adult life to couples who've been in many, many relationships and possibly in the same relationship for many, many years. So, I've worked with couples in their 60s and 70s and couples from, like I said, early 20s. I work with couples who are heterosexual, I work with gay couples, I work with people who are single who want to talk about their intimate relationships or couple type experiences, and I enjoy working with across the gamut. I enjoy working with couples in whatever way that they show up. Um, in terms of the kind of concerns I work with, probably in terms of kind of the core concern that's often presented to me as a therapist is couples who would like to feel more secure and more intimately connected in their relationship, ultimately. So couples may come in asking for work or to improve their relationship around the area of trust. Now, sometimes that happens because there has been some kind of a betrayal in trust, and that currently has occurred. And that kind of work may mean couples are coming in because they want to understand what was the context in which that happened to begin with and their roles respectively in creating that environment. Also, they may want to understand what that means for their relationship going forward, and also they again may want to understand what that means for their experience of trust in this relationship or generally, and also how to, if they choose to continue in the relationship, how to deepen and repair the trust that has been wounded or hurt, and secure that more effectively going forward. But sometimes people just come in because they want just to feel a deeper level of trust in a relationship that's already going well. And I can certainly work with people around that concern. Sometimes people come in and they want to work on the communication in their relationship, and that can sometimes be connected to communicating around needs, communicating around feelings of connection. It can sometimes be connected to communicating around conflict. So, conflict resolution or conflict management skills is a big thing that people come in with, and that's connected to communication. And so, I think that's a very important area in terms of work with couples. I think a lot of people struggle with how to work through conflict or work through differences. I think a lot of people are nervous about that in terms of, not wanting to hurt the other person or really struggling with the idea of having to deal with conflict, or having very different styles around navigation and management of conflict. So I believe in therapy, I think it can be a really helpful environment for people to enter a space that is safe, enter a space with a third party who can help them express and understand their own perspectives and the perspectives of the other party. And then hopefully with a much deeper understanding and a much more comprehensive understanding that they can then work on identifying how to go forward more effectively. One of the pieces of feedback I've gotten consistently from clients that I've worked with in therapy in a couples context is that they experience me not only as open and competent and warm, but they also experience me as very fair. I really think that's essential in couples work. Couples, both parties need to feel understood in terms of what they bring into the couples therapy situation. I think both parties need to feel that their perspective is important, which it is, and they also, I think it's very important for people to feel that it's respected. And I believe and know that I create an environment where that is the reality for couples who come in. I also believe that couples, one of the things that I do well with couples is I help couples use the time constructively. I certainly encourage couples to bring feeling and emotion into our work together. I think that's really important in terms of being real and authentic with each other. But I also think it's very important understanding how to express emotion in a way that's helpful, and in a way that people can then understand what those feelings mean, and what ultimately those feelings mean in terms of either their needs or their wants or their reactions to something that's going on. So I think I do very well with helping people explore feeling, explore emotion, and helping them do that in a really constructive way, and in a way that feels safe. I think sometimes for people, exploring and expressing feelings is scary, and I think I'm good at normalizing those feelings of anxiety that go with allowing oneself to be more vulnerable or allowing oneself to be more emotional. But I also think I'm good at helping people, go deeper and go more into those spaces in a way that they feel is useful to them. Another area that couples may come in with in terms of working with me is dealing with change in their relationship. It may be as a result of having a child. It may be the result of just the process of aging or changing in status over time for whatever set of reasons. Somebody may be in a career move and advancing. Somebody else may be struggling. Whatever, I think change happens in all sorts of ways and for all sorts of reasons. But couples can sometimes struggle when there's a significant change in their lives, in terms of how to navigate that together. And I certainly believe I can be helpful with that, and I certainly believe that that's important work to do. Another area in terms of working with couples that I do is working with couples around sexual concerns. I will talk about that a little bit later because I think it's specialized work and I've received specialized training in it, but I want you to know that I do work with couples around sexuality, sexual identity, sexual experience, sexual functioning concerns, and I think that's important. I hope this is helpful to you. I think I'll end here because I think I've given you a good idea of the kind of work that I do. As I said, I hope it's helpful to you as you make your decision in terms of therapy and in terms of whether or not I'd be a good fit for you. Certainly feel free to contact me if you need more information. There's a number on my website that you can certainly call, or there's a form on my website that if you complete it and send it to me, I will be able to get back to you by a phone call. In the meantime, take very good care of yourself, and if you're going to have contact with me, I look forward to that. Thank you.